Hi Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott and I am growing weary of December Daily. I'm not. I'm doing fine and I'm just catching up. So let me see. I stopped doing it daily on the December 9th. So I got through 9 days. And so today I've done the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, 13, 14, and then right now we're going to do 15. So this was a page I made earlier. It's in one of my videos. And then there's just a couple random things that I have tucked in there. So December 15th was a Sunday. So it was exactly 1 week ago. And I have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I have 7 more days to finish, to catch up. And I have things I've put things in each of the pockets. And so I've actually done the one this was for today. I don't have all of my photos printed, so I do need to go get that done. But I can do the 15th right now. And then I'm going to have to go do some photo stuff. So the 15th was a Sunday, and I thought it might be fun to do a little color blocking with the pattern paper. So my page protectors are 8.5 by 8, and so they look like this. They're just Office Supply page protectors. I have done the journaling. I got that done. That might be another thing that if I have 7 days to catch up on, I'm going to print the photos. I might do this. This worked well, just doing my journaling on the computer. And I have the numbers all cut out. So this I've pre-cut, which I don't normally do. And then I have a couple of pieces of paper here. And I like this paper because this was the day that we went, we turned on the hot tub and we just relaxed instead of doing anything very Christmassy. And so it was, the Sunday before the last week of school, before Christmas vacation. So we just turned on the hot tub and we didn't go caroling, which was one of the things we were supposed to do. And so I told my daughter, if we're not going to go caroling, I need you to write that down, okay? So she said, Mom, I would rather go in the jacuzzi than go Christmas singing. So that's going on the page. I didn't take any pictures in the jacuzzi. We were really just busy relaxing. And so I really don't have a lot of photos from that day. That's 8 high. So this is just kind of how I'm building this page out of 3 other pieces of paper. So I thought that kind of looked like, oh, that's kind of cute. That kind of looks like the shape of a jacuzzi. Not our jacuzzi, our current jacuzzi. It looks like our old jacuzzi. Hot tub. Whatever you call it. Oh, please, when is The Bachelor on again? I so miss it. Does anybody watch The Bachelor out there? We love it. It's such a skank fest, I know. But, and it's just disgraceful. So I have to, if my daughter watches it, which is not recommended, that's a bad idea, but she watches it with us, I'll admit it. But I have to pause it and say see, this is what bad grade. I have to give lots of lessons during that show. It's probably a bad idea to have her watch it with us, but anyways, sometimes I like the travel aspect of the show. It's just oh, look at those fabulous dates. So, okay, so this is going to be page number 15 in December. And I sort of feel like I might need just a line here to separate all those patterns. And my favorite supply this month of December is washi tape. And so I've got this washi tape. I don't think I'm going to use it, but I'll just show you what it looks like. Maybe if I can get this thing going. Here we go. There we go. I don't know. It looks okay. It looks better than I expected it to. So that's an option. I've got this one. I sort of like that darker color better. But I don't like the design of this as well. For this page, I do have some polka dots. I don't think this is going to match, but let's just see. Just for funsies. It's kind of fun. Let's do it. So, and the lesson there is, I don't think this is the perfect washi tape for this page. But I also think, I'm wondering if I should, nah, I don't know, why not? There we go. No, that looks horrible. You can't really see it. But sometimes you spend so much time looking for supplies, and if you just used what was in front of you, that's probably a better idea. And I have been thinking, about this idea of the kit clubs, the scrapbook kit clubs, and I really sort of want to do it just because I think it would be so much fun. But I also, like, the frugal part of me thinks they're kind of extravagant, you know, they're kind of pricey, and I do have enough stuff already. And so another part of me wants to think, like, maybe I should just make 2014 the year that I used stuff up. So I'm thinking about that. I'm still not, I don't know, I'm still on the fence. I was almost on the verge of declaring that I was not going to do a kit club for 2014. I've never done one. And so I know a lot of people that do them, and they sound like a lot of fun. Anyways, I think I'm probably not, but we'll see. You know what would be awesome is if I could, like, get some kit club to send me stuff. But then the downside of that is when you start to do work for other people, then it does become not, you know, then it's an obligation. And then you can't choose to just skip it, you know. Then you've got to do it, and it's got to look good, and it's got to be hip and trendy. And so when you maybe don't do that, you know, you don't do the scrapbooking for anything in the industry, in the scrapbook industry, then, you know, the benefit is you get to do what you want to do. So, pros and cons, you know. Have this. Kind of think that's funny. This one's a little bit better. So trim that a little. Tiny. Not much. I like the idea of having her eyes right here on the page. And I think I'm going to, because there's a lot going on this page, I think this photo would do well with a mat. I'll just show you how cheap I am. This is a regular piece of paper, but it's going to work just fine for a mat. It's actually the backside of an Amazon receipt that I've already gotten what I needed to out of. But I just need a little whiter on the photo. And so I went into my circular file, like the trash can, to get this piece of paper. And it's fine. It does what I needed it to do. And it didn't need to be cardstock. It's going to be under a page protector. So there you go. There's my frugal tip of the day. Use the back side of stuff that comes in the mail or that you print off anyways, just to as mats for your photos. Okay, so I've got this like Project Life card. Got these things. I like the idea of showing what we, like showing the invitation. Because I had that like up in my, you know, my sort of scrapbook office, my office in the house for a long time. And I was like, we should really do this, we should really do this. And then we didn't do it, and I felt like slightly guilty. And then I felt like way better when my daughter wrote that little note. So then it wasn't my decision that we didn't, you know, we didn't go Christmas caroling. I'm the kind of, like, I would love to go do all of those types of things, and my family is more like, let's just not. Let's just stay home and relax and go in the hot tub. So that really is kind of like a little peek into our family dynamic. I'm the one who's always trying to get them out of the house, and they're always like, let's just do nothing. But then when I get them to do things, then they're like, well, that was a lot of fun. Or the thing that drives me crazy is they'll say, we never do anything fun. I'm like, I know. Because you never want to. But I guess that's part of being the mom, right? I don't know. Is it? Is that part of being the mom? I have to think, like, I don't know. There must be some families where the mom is like the one that wants to do nothing, and the kids are like, come on, let's go. But yeah, that's not our family. And so I've got kind of this. The nice thing about December Daily is you can make like horrendously horrible looking design layouts. So I'm adding these little tags. These were from their life jackets, and so when we were cleaning out the hot tub that day, we what did we do? We went through all of our, like, we've got all these storage, I don't even know what you call them, like lockers, like boat, you know, on a dock, like where you would keep all your boating supplies. We have a bunch of those, and we cleaned them out, and we got rid of like the kids' little life jackets that they wore when they were little. And so it was kind of like, aw, like I always get a little sentimental when we get rid of like old strollers or whatever. And so if there's a tag or something like that, it makes it so much easier for me to like say goodbye to that thing. If I can just keep a little piece of it. And I like to keep the little pieces of it, of that sort of thing, and just put it on, like a great place to put it on is a scrapbook layout. So there's the, where to put this, Scooby-Doo? I don't think up there. It's funny because I get comments and the person will say like, I was like, put it over there! I think that's so funny. Because when you're looking at it in real life and you're working on it, you do see your layout differently than when you're looking at it on YouTube or on the computer or in an online gallery. It looks different. So one tip is if you're having trouble or you're stuck on a page, it's probably a good idea to take a photograph of it or look at it on. Alright, so I do want to see the word caroling, so that's covering it up. That's not going to work. Maybe just right here. And I feel like it would be nice to have some kind of other embellishments going up the page. The other thing I have is all of my Amazon, like I have my Amazon receipts, and somebody, she also wrote, I love Christmas. I'm going to save that for a different day. I just slipped that in the back. But these will go right in the back of my page. And then the photos that I'm not using will either go to a different day or I'm not sure. This one, because that's so similar, that's going to just go in the pile to scrapbook later. But now I haven't been doing, and I don't really focus on a lot of embellishing, I can talk, in my December Daily album, but I think it might be fun to add a little to this page. And let's see, I just bought, a bunch of stuff at the discount store. I also just have some randomness, some random chipboard things. And I'm not thinking too much about where this stuff is going. I do want to see that word caroling because it's important to the story of this day. Let's see. But I'm just having fun. I'm just adding a little something. So this page has a little bit extra stuff on it. I think what I'll do is add this here. And that's it. So I'm adding 4 embellishments. And I had 2 of these. So that's a no-no in scrapbooking. And, you know, a design rule of scrapbooking is to use like odd numbers, especially 3. Like 3 is a magic number in design and, you know, art and aesthetics. But I am using 4 things here, 2 things here, so that's not using that rule of 3. And I also haven't really, there's not a lot of unity to that page, I don't think. But that's, I do have kind of a solid foundation to the page. So there's a hot mess on top of it, but I did lay down a solid foundation. So I had the darker color down here in 1/3, and then, you know, I've done a good, what I did with it after I made the foundation I don't think was as good, but the foundation was good. And so I am going to be one of the teachers at Masterful Scrapbook Design next month in January 2014. And we're going to be talking about breaking scrapbooking rules of design. And so just whatever the rule is, like, oh, you should never do this, we're going to do it. We're going to do those, you shouldn't do that things. And that's fun. And it is especially fun to do that sort of thing when you're working in a mini book, like a December Daily album, because, you know, it's not even close to being like a masterpiece. Or sometimes with the 12 by 12 format, I think that we can get kind of caught up. So this is kind of hard to get into this page. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Done. But so yeah, so it's going to be 4 teachers. I think it's Tiffany Tillman, Emily Pitts, and maybe, I think it's Doris Sander or Dina Wakely. I can't remember. One of the 2 of them. I don't remember. I'm sorry. And me. And we're going to be talking about breaking design rules. So that's going to be a fun class. And we do things like, you know, not use the rule of 3s. It'll be, it'll be much more professionally edited than this video, I'll tell you that. Okay, thank you for watching. This has been December Daily, day 15, and I am Katie Scott. Thank you for watching.